Hey there, I'm your host Morgan Williams, and this is the weekly tip-off for Kennesaw State Sports. Later in the show, I'll be meeting up with freshman softball player Caitlin Fowler and catching up with a good friend of mine and track star Michelle Quimby on her record-breaking performance this weekend. But first, let's catch up with this week in Kennesaw State Athletics. In lacrosse action, the number 4 seeded KSU Owls traveled to Jacksonville to take on number 1 seeded Jacksonville in the Atlantic Sun Tournament. They fell 23-3. Seneca Ward scored 1 goal, extending her scoring to 7 games in a row. Baseball traveled to East Tennessee State and took on the Bucks in their house. They won the first game 4-1, dropping the last 2. Softball lost the first game versus UAB, but won the second one 6-1. Freshman Caitlin Fowler solidified the win with a 2-run home run in the top of the 6th. In their weekend series at ETSU, they won the first game 1-0 and the second 8-1. Now, after her impressive week, freshman Caitlin Fowler was named ASUN Player of the Week, and we caught up with Caitlin. Now, Caitlin, talk about your week leading up to when you were actually named Player of the Week for the ASUN.
Well, I had a lot of tee work, and me and Coach Ellie made some adjustments, and the ball just looked a lot bigger than normal when I actually went into the game. So it was good preparation.
Okay. Now, as a freshman, this is a really big deal for you. Does that make any differently for you? This is your first year here at Kennesaw, and to be named and given that honor?
Well, it was kind of a big deal to actually be a starting freshman first baseman for me because I had done a lot of work, and it was one of my dreams and one of my goals throughout growing up playing softball. So yeah, it was kind of a big deal getting the award.
Now, hitting 2 home runs in a span of 3 games is really impressive. Were you a power hitter in high school?
Yes, I held the high school record of home runs for Flower Branch, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay, so is this something we can expect for you in the future? What's your goal as far as offensively?
I plan to keep working hard, and hopefully I told Sharon, our lead hitter, that I was coming after her record, so I will hope to keep going and just hit some more home runs.
Is it hard to get in a rhythm when you're trading on time with Megan over at first base?
It's actually a nice break to be able to go into a game and then see the pitching for that particular game and then come out and see the other pitching. It's good for me to get the timing and all that kind of stuff. So I like the break. It's not really a big deal.
Okay, now Caitlin's going to be participating in our first ever game of Apples-to-Apples. You're going to be matching which adjective best describes your team players. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Squeaky clean goes to Alexis. And emotional definitely goes to Megan. Aged goes to Abby because she's married. Exciting, Sharon, because she's always pulling home runs out. Classic Jamie because she's quiet and you always know what to expect from her. And talented goes to Jensen. Clean goes to Alexis. Important definitely goes to Sharon because she's a key player. Colorful goes to Abby because she's a teacher and she always has crayons, colors. Mystical goes to Jamie because sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. She always has a different sense of humor every day. Comfortable goes to Jensen because she knows her beliefs and values. And temperamental goes to Megan because she's temperamental.
Well, congratulations to Caitlin Fowler, and good luck to the women's softball team as they prepare for the Atlantic Sun Conference Championship in the upcoming weeks. But joining me now is another Kennesaw State success. We have senior track star and a good friend of mine, Michelle Quimby. Michelle, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Now, Michelle is being modest and humble right now, but she broke her record yet again last weekend at Sanford. So, Michelle, you vaulted 12.5. That's 12 feet 5 inches, and that's 3.8 meters for those who don't know track terms that well. But how did that feel going out there breaking your record once again?
It felt really good. It's been like 6 years since I PR'd, so it was very exciting.
Okay, and you PR'd a couple weeks before that too, right?
Just by like a half an inch, so I don't really count it.
Yeah. Well, so what's been getting you on this roll, I guess, of doing so well your last season?
I guess it finally hit me that I only have these last few meets left, and this is the crunch time. It's got to happen now or it's never going to happen.
Yeah, so you have Atlantic Sun Conference coming up too. And there's talk of you qualifying for nationals. I think it's maybe 3 inches you have to go. What's your goal going into that? What's your mindset?
I know what I have to get. I have to get like 391, so I just plan on going out there and trying to get it since this is my last time to do it.
Okay, and you're seated first place too. So as a leader of the team, as a senior, this is your last meet. What is the overall team goal for the women's?
We think that we can win it this year. Right now, when Coach drew out all the numbers and everything, we're exactly tied with Jacksonville right now. So our plan is to go out there and finally take it from them.
Now, you contribute to a lot of the team's success. I mean, you're doing pole vault and you're doing so awesome at that. But I know Coach also has you in hurdles. He has you in triple jump and high jump. How do you manage to juggle all these different events?
Well, the hurdles are going to be on the first day, so that shouldn't mess with anything too much. And normally it actually is better when I have more events going on just because I don't have time to think about anything, and the less you can think about, the better usually.
Yeah. So this is definitely a mind game then, sort of like a mindset. Do you have any sort of inspirational quotes or things that you do to prepare yourself for this meet?
Not too much. I listen to a lot of music beforehand. I try to get my head as clear as possible so that I'm not really thinking about anything, and I just kind of go with how the atmosphere is at the meet.
And what kind of music do you listen to?
I have a little bit of everything on there.
A little bit of everything?
Yeah.
Well, Michelle, for those of you who don't know, Michelle is from New York, so I know recently you've been getting into some country music too. So tell us how your overall experience has been, your 4 years down here in Georgia in a transition from New York.
It's been great. It was a big adjustment in the beginning, but now I'm used to it. It's not like any different really. Going back home is almost the same. Everyone kind of says I have an accent now.
You do kind of have an accent. It's a good thing.
It's not too bad.
Well, good luck, Michelle. We're really proud of you doing so well this year for Kennesaw, and hopefully we'll be reporting that you're going to nationals soon.
That'd be great.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Well, good luck to Michelle Quimby and the men's and women's track and field team. Along with baseball and softball, all 3 teams will be preparing for the Atlantic Sun Conference Championship next weekend. Now, you can follow the Owls on Twitter at KSU Owl Nation for breaking news and live score updates. That's all this weekend for the Weekly Tip-Off. I'm Morgan Williams. We'll see you next time.